In the intricate tapestry of human sexuality, some threads remain hidden in the shadows, spoken of only in whispers. Today, we're pulling one of those threads into the light. We're investigating a topic that is intensely personal, yet seldom examined with scientific rigor. We're asking the question, to swallow or not to swallow? For many, this is a decision rooted in personal preference or the dynamics of a relationship. But what if there's a deeper story unfolding at a microscopic level? What happens if we look past the social norms and view this act not as a mere choice, but as a profound biochemical event? That's our mission today. This isn't about judgment. It's about discovery. We will explore the surprising science of what occurs when this complex biological fluid enters the human body. Has science begun to uncover unexpected benefits? And what are the risks that we absolutely need to be aware of? We're going to break down the hidden chemistry of semen, revealing it as far more than a simple vehicle for reproduction. It's a complex cocktail of chemicals and hormones that can potentially influence mood, sleep, and even the immune system. So, what secrets does this biological blueprint hold, and what happens when it's introduced to an entirely different biological system? Join us as we navigate this fascinating and often misunderstood subject. What we uncover might just change the way you think about the deep connections between our bodies, our minds, and our relationships. First, let's address a common misconception. Semen is not just sperm. In fact, sperm cells, or spermatozoa, make up only about 1 to 5% of the total volume. The other 95 to 99% is a sophisticated fluid known as seminal plasma. This plasma is a meticulously engineered cocktail, created by several glands in the male reproductive system. Its primary evolutionary purpose is clear: to nourish and protect the sperm on their journey. So what's actually in this cocktail? It starts with foundational elements like fructose, a simple sugar that acts as a high-energy fuel source for sperm cells. Then, there's a rich blend of proteins and enzymes, along with essential minerals like zinc, which is vital for sperm health and DNA stability. But here is where the story gets truly compelling, and it's a part of the science that is still unfolding. Beyond these functional components, semen contains an array of hormones and neurochemicals, compounds that are identical to those that regulate our own emotions and well-being. This is the psychoactive dimension that researchers find so intriguing. But what does it all mean? Does this cocktail have effects beyond reproduction? First, there are hormones like cortisol, known for its role in regulating the immune system. We also find melatonin, the chemical our brain releases to manage our sleep-wake cycles. Then there's serotonin, often called the feel-good chemical, due to its significant impact on mood and happiness. And perhaps most famously, semen contains oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone or bonding hormone. Oxytocin is a powerful agent in fostering feelings of trust and social connection. From an evolutionary perspective, this all seems designed to support reproduction. But what happens when this complex fluid is introduced to the digestive system? Suddenly, these components aren't just supporting sperm, they have the potential to be absorbed into the bloodstream. And that is where the possibility of surprising effects truly begins. Could this biochemical cocktail have unintended consequences for the person who ingests it? Now that we understand the intricate makeup of semen, we can explore one of the most provocative areas of research: the potential for positive effects on the mind and body. While this field is still developing, the findings present a fascinating glimpse into a complex biochemical dialogue. It's crucial to state that these are not guaranteed outcomes, but scientifically observed correlations that are challenging conventional wisdom. Perhaps the most debated potential benefit is its proposed antidepressant effect. This idea gained traction after a 2002 study from the State University of New York at Albany. Researchers surveyed nearly 300 women, assessing their mood and sexual practices. The results were noteworthy. Women who were directly exposed to semen reported significantly fewer depressive symptoms. The leading hypothesis points directly to the psychoactive cocktail we discussed earlier. The theory is that mood-elevating compounds like serotonin and oxytocin may be absorbed into the bloodstream, potentially exerting a positive influence on well-being. Does this mean that the emotional lift some feel after intimacy might have a tangible biochemical component? The question remains open. Beyond mood, other components could theoretically play a role in relaxation. The presence of melatonin, the body's natural sleep-regulating hormone, is particularly interesting. While the amount is small, could its ingestion contribute to a sense of calmness? Furthermore, the hormone oxytocin is central to the idea of emotional bonding. As a powerful agent in fostering feelings of trust and connection, the transfer of this hormone during intimacy could be seen as a form of biochemical reinforcement, potentially adding a biological layer to the psychological experience of closeness. However, one of the most profound potential benefits relates to the immune system and pregnancy. This centers on a concept called immunological tolerance. A woman's immune system is designed to attack foreign invaders, and from a biological standpoint, a fetus contains foreign genetic material from the father. In some cases, this can lead to complications, such as preeclampsia, a serious condition involving high blood pressure thought to be linked to an adverse maternal immune response. Remarkably, some studies suggest that long-term exposure to a partner's semen may help build tolerance. The theory is that by introducing the woman's body to the partner's specific proteins over time, her immune system may learn to recognize this genetic material as safe. Research has shown a correlation. Women with more prolonged sexual exposure to the father's semen before conception have a significantly reduced risk of developing preeclampsia. But it is absolutely crucial to put these findings into perspective. These are fascinating areas of research, not medical prescriptions. Ingesting semen is not a proven treatment for depression or a guaranteed way to prevent pregnancy complications. Rather, these studies offer a compelling glimpse into the subtle and powerful ways our bodies communicate, revealing a biological dialogue far more complex than we ever imagined. While the potential benefits are intriguing, it is essential to approach this topic with a clear and responsible understanding of the risks. A balanced perspective is not just important, it's a matter of health and safety. The most immediate and significant danger is the transmission of sexually transmitted infections, or STIs. This is the single most critical risk factor to consider. Seminal fluid can be a primary vehicle for a wide range of viral and bacterial pathogens. It is a dangerous myth that oral sex is inherently safe sex. Many serious STIs can be transmitted just as effectively through oral contact as through genital contact. Let's be explicit. HIV can be transmitted orally, especially if there are small cuts or sores in the mouth or gums. Herpes, both oral and genital types, can be easily transmitted and cause painful, recurring sores. Human papillomavirus, or HPV, is another major concern. Certain strains are linked to a significant increase in the risk of developing cancers of the throat, base of the tongue, and tonsils. Bacterial infections like chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis can also infect the throat, leading to severe soreness and, if untreated, more serious health problems. A sobering fact is that many of these infections can be asymptomatic in the carrier. A partner can be infected and contagious without showing any visible signs or symptoms. Beyond infectious diseases, there's another less common but serious risk, an allergic reaction known as seminal plasma hypersensitivity. While rare, some individuals can have a severe allergic response to specific proteins in semen. Symptoms can range from mild itching and swelling to a life-threatening anaphylactic reaction, which requires immediate medical attention. Finally, the chemical composition of semen is a direct reflection of a person's overall health and lifestyle. This means that substances from diet, drugs, or even certain medications can potentially be present in seminal fluid. Researchers in this field, like the expert archetype Dr. Laura Rodriguez, consistently emphasize that the only effective way to mitigate these profound risks is through a foundation of absolute trust, open communication about sexual health histories, and regular health screenings for both partners. Without that foundation, the dynamic of this intimate act changes completely. So, after this journey through complex chemistry, potential benefits, and critical risks, where do we stand? The decision to swallow semen is far more significant than social taboos suggest. It's not just a matter of personal preference. It is a genuine biological exchange, a complex transaction of chemicals and genetic information that can have measurable effects. We've seen how the psychoactive components in this biological cocktail have led to fascinating research suggesting potential antidepressant effects and a strengthening of emotional bonds. We've also explored the incredible hypothesis that it could help prepare a woman's immune system for a healthier pregnancy. Yet, on the other side of this compelling coin are undeniable risks that demand caution. The threat of STIs, from HIV and herpes to cancer-causing strains of HPV, is a clear and present danger in unprotected oral sex. We've also acknowledged the potential for allergic reactions and the important fact that a partner's lifestyle directly impacts the safety of their bodily fluids. The purpose of this exploration is not to tell you what to do. The goal is to strip away the layers of myth and misinformation and replace them with knowledge. Because true empowerment comes from understanding. It comes from having the facts, all of them, and being able to make a conscious, informed, and personal choice that is right for you, your body, and your relationship. Ultimately, knowledge is the bridge that allows us to move beyond taboos. By daring to look at the science behind our most intimate behaviors, we open the door to more honest and healthier conversations. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into a topic that deserves more light and less shadow. If you found this information valuable, please like this video and share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the fascinating science behind our lives. Thank you for watching.